Today we can talk about mole calculation, a very important topic in chemistry. If you do mole well, most of the time you should be very good at chemistry. A lot of students keep asking what is mole, what does that mean, what is it for? It is actually just unit. You don't need to be very obsessed with what it means. What it means is counting. We count 0.82 times 10 to 23 things equals to 1 mole. No matter it is atom, ions, molecule, anything that fits, you can count in 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. We count it as 1 mole. And that's it, that's what it means. It's the same as one packet of chips. It's just a unit. An example of sodium react with water. When you balance it, 2 in there, 2 in there, 2 in there, then this equation is balanced. And what does that mean, number of t? Any number in front of a chemical in an equation, talking about amount, or more specifically, we're talking about the mole ratio. So how do we read this equation? Is 2 moles of sodium plus 2 moles of water go into 2 moles of sodium hydroxide and give out 1 mole of hydrogen gas. And that's what moles means. It's just a unit. We're not mass, not 2 grams of sodium, not 2 grams of water, but 2 moles. Which means that actually balancing the equation does not have to be a whole number, because the number in front is just a mole ratio. I can easily add a half in front of hydrogen and also make this a pretty good balanced equation. Still score full marks. If the question didn't specify, it has to be integer. There are only 3 formulas you need to know, you need to master really. You need to know when to use it, how to use it. If you know that, then that will be easy. Your life was so easy. The first one is N equals M over mR. What I mean, N is number of mole, M is the mass in gram, mR is molar mass, which is same as relative atomic mass. Where can you find those data? I mean, molar mass, relative atomic mass, you can find it on the periodic table. These are the molar mass. So carbon's 12,
oxygen is 16, sulfur is 32.
This equation is very useful because any matter will have mass. If you have a mass, you can find number of moles. But let's look at the next equation. The formula is N equals CV. Again, N means number of moles. C is the concentration. Unit is mole dm cube. V is the volume in dm cube. This equation only works in solution. Not gas, not solid, but only work in solution. This, it works in gas, it works in solid. Very last equation is N equals volume divided by 24 dm cube. Volume also has to be in dm cube to make it work. The reason is because in room temperature and pressure, every single gas occupies the same volume. No matter if it is a huge gas or it is a small gas, it always occupies the same volume. What does dm cube means? Dm cube also means liter, really. And cm cube, you can think it as ml. From dm cube to cm cube, you times it by 1000. cm cube going back to dm cube divided by 1000. Now let's do some example to show you how to use 3. I highly suggest you, when you do mode questions, just write down the form very clear what you're doing. It will help you a lot. So asking 9 grams of water, how many moles are there? There are 3 formulas. Mole N equals CV, N equals volume divided by 24. Pick the correct one to get it right. Otherwise, you're done. 9 grams of water, grams mass. The only equation that contains mass is first one. So we're using N equals M over mR, which equals 9 divided by. So how to calculate mR for compound, for molecule? You just add it. So there are 2 hydrogen, and hydrogen molar mass is 1. There are 2 of them, so 1 times 2 plus oxygen. Oxygen is 16 equals to 0.5. So another example, N equals M over mR again, because we are playing with mass, divided by carbon two of them. Carbon is 12. 12 times 2 plus 1 times 5 because I got 5 hydrogen in here plus 16 is oxygen plus 1. 5 moles. So that's I got 0.012 moles of sulfuric acid. I mean, this question is asking you to find mass. That will be exactly the same equation, but just rearrange it. M over mR 2 plus 32 plus 0.12 times 98 equals to 1.176 unit gram. Here, 1 mole of carbon dioxide. It is a gas. Doesn't mean you have to use this. If you want to calculate mass, then what you need to do is using this formula. 1 mole equals to mass over the molar mass to 44 unit gram. How about the volume it occupied? 1 mole, so that's the equation. 1 mole V over 24, which means that equals 20. V is 24 cube. 1 mole of gas will occupy 24 dm cube. Exactly the same idea. Be careful with the unit, it is dm cube. If you want to convert it into dm cube, times it by 1000. 96 cm cube. 226 cm cube, how many moles does it occupy and the mass of it? Because it's cm cube, so you need to do a unit conversion. It's divided by 1000 is 0.226 dm cube. And by the formula, n equals v over 24 dm cube, n equals to 9.42 times 10 to the minus 3 unit mole. 10 grams of chlorine, what will be the number moles? Because it's gram, it's mass, we're not going to use this unless you know the volume. So mass 10 grams divided by 35.5 times it by 2 equals to 0.141 mole. So as in here, 0.667. That's the combined question using Q formula. You only know that the gas has 0.373 grams and it occupies 56 cm cube. And you want to find out the molar mass of this gas. There are two equations you can use, and both of them calculate number of moles. N equals m over ml, so is n equals to volume divided by 24 dm cube. Because they're the same, you can join the two equations together, give you this. M is 0.373 divided by the molar mass, which is unknown, x. Volume occupied is 56 cm cube, which means you have to divide it by 1004. So x 160. This question you're going to use n equals cv because you're playing with a solution. You just plug in all the numbers in. But remember, in here, because it is using cm cube, you have to do a unit conversion. By divided by 1000, then you convert it into dm cube. And what you get will be 0.025 moles. So it's in here cm cube, so you have to convert it by divided by 1000, and what you get will be 0.005. Share and like if you find it useful. Comment on it for the next topic you want me to cover.